you took a topic that I didn't know was so fascinating to me. In fact, you have such a magnetic style of presenting to you in a relaxed confidence that I had to remind myself that the purpose of your project was on time management. I got so lost in the history. There's just such rich history in Native American Indians. So I specifically sat in a spot where I could not be distracting and keep my eye on the time cards and also pay attention to you as a speaker. So I just want to highlight many things that you did well. You, with your background being a school teacher, have very good eye contact. I noticed the whole time you were looking around, but not so robotic. You have a very a way about looking around that makes sense. You were very inquisitive. Each phrase that you would say that you wanted us to kind of be inquisitive about it, you would kind of have an inquisitive look, and that kind of caused me to be like, oh yeah, to kind of ponder that. And you had great gestures too. You have a great base stance, and that allows, and I suppose when you're in a room full of kids trying to get them to pay attention to you and engage more, you want to not be so, I guess, all over the place, what they might say, so ADD, all over the place. You had it so you had a very comfortable stance, and you also gave fist gestures, which kind of engaged us a lot more. You're very great at storytelling. Very great at storytelling. I'm sure that comes too from being a teacher. So one of the things that we talked about over the phone, and that was one of the main things you wanted me to watch for with being time management, was you had a concern about the time cards, and you mentioned that over the phone with me, is you hadn't really paid attention to the time cards in the past. I'm right there with you, and so that's why I sat where I sat, because I know I struggled with that too. So some of the things we talked about was having checkpoints. And one of the best advice that was given to me was know how long your conclusion is, but also have checkpoints along the way. So when you know how long your conclusion is, you should, for me, I have checkpoints even before that, because if I get to my conclusion, sometimes I know that's too late. So I might have a checkpoint to when I know I should see the green card, or when I should see the yellow card. And and so you know that, okay, if you haven't reached your checkpoint, you have some options. You can slow down, you can pause more for effect, or you can add story to add depth. But again, another good advice to me was go deep, not wide. So I noticed that when you said in conclusion, I think I got lost in time, and I noticed the red card was already up. So just the thing I can leave you with, I guess, since Karate Kid is one of my favorite movies, some wisdom from Mr. Miyagi: trust the quality of what you know and not the quantity. Thank you.